Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again with a brand new video and kind of an unexpected video, but we have the patch notes that have dropped for the latest balance patch in Hearthstone that is seeing zero changes to the current standard format. It's only Battlegrounds, but we have a major update about a mass balance patch that will occur basically when rotation will occur. Kind of like what I was expecting. We're gonna go over it as it looks like a lot of cards are likely to change. And we also have our giveaway going on for 2 regular pre-orders, 2 mega bundles on my pocket for Into the Emerald Dream. To enter that giveaway, like and comment in the video, link down description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed, I will add another mega bundle, so hit that sub button, make me go broke. So this patch should be going out later today, like 45 minutes or so after this video goes live. It's solely focused on some bug fixes and Battlegrounds, but we have major news, which we absolutely want to cover with this Hearthstone dev comment. And this kind of outlines what we should be expecting in the next few weeks when the expansion's going live on the 25th. There'll be the patch the week before that to have like the early access Tavern Brawl, and that's when we can expect these changes to occur. So like on the 18th. So we're like a few weeks away. So if you're hating the meta, stay away for a few more weeks, I would say. Anyways, here's the comment. There are no Hearthstone mode balance changes coming this patch, which I will just say, I cannot recall the last time when there's an open window for a balance patch for balance changes that they've done 0. That just like never happens. Anyways, instead we're doing a large balance update in patch 32.0, including both our normal balance pass for cards rotating at wild. So like when they revert cards or don't revert cards, like if Reno goes back to 8, it is based not on your starting deck. I can't imagine that happens, but it could, you never know. And a sizable balance pass on cards staying in standard. Those changes will be made to give Into the Emerald Dream the best chance for success in a post-rotation environment, while letting Heroes of StarCraft and some older decks have a bit more time to shine in the current metagame until then. Delaying those changes lets us do what's best for both metagames. So basically what they're saying, they like that the StarCraft decks are doing really well. They're basically dominating the meta outside of like Weapon Rogue and like the Dungar Druids that are out there. You know, that's kind of the thing. And if they were to nerf it right now, then we're just going to go back to like, whiz-bang decks or perils decks. And I'm actually in agreement with this, by the way. They take our feedback in the creator Discord on balance. And I even stated like, I probably wouldn't nerf anything until rotation. I would like to see this and this and this type of thing, adjusted or rotation. That would be my preference, and gave that feedback. And yeah, that's what they're doing, right? Like they're going to wait till rotation. Like, cause again, we're just going to go back to the old stuff, right? At least StarCraft. I mean, I think most people are pretty sick of it already, but a couple more weeks of it, I feel like it's probably fine. And yeah, so you can blame me again. I make the balance changes, right? Because I suggest the odd thing. So blame Zeddy if you're mad that they're gonna wait. But yes, they are planning on changing a lot with this patch. So let's go over, they don't say specifics outside of they do name 2 cards, which are in the thumbnail, or one of them is in the thumbnail. Anyways, here's a preview of some of the things we're looking at toning down. Terran and Zerg Heroes of StarCraft cards, which are dominating the meta right now. Protoss, not so much. Protoss Rogue is like, okay. Protoss Mage is quite bad. Protoss Priest is quite bad. And yeah, Protoss Druid is not even a thing, like, at all. Although I did achievement Haunted Wild with it and had a near positive win rate. It's like broken. People don't know. No, it's not. I just got lucky. Regardless, and it wasn't even positive. Regardless, I think these are changes that are absolutely needed. We're looking at the power level of the cards from Emerald Dream. I'm like, they're all like bigger, later game cards. We're all gonna die to Terran and Zerg before we can ever do anything, right? Like they're so efficient. They're so good. I'm really curious to see what they change, because there's a lot of cards you can change. I don't think you can just change like a mana on one thing and expect that Emerald Dream to compete, unless there's something utterly broken, like a 30 health taunt coming out on turn 4 or something, That'd be a little bit crazy, but you know what I mean, right? Like, I feel like they definitely need to tone things down coming up, and maybe that early access theory crafting, or not theory crafting, the early access brawl will give a picture of that. If StarCraft is included, they might just exclude StarCraft from that early brawl because it would dominate. I could very well see that. Next, it says other older cards and decks that we expect will be too powerful after rotation. So I guess they have ideas on like Perils decks or Whizbang decks, or maybe even Great Dark Beyond decks, if there really are any right now out there that might be like, yeah, just too strong, and reset a little bit of that. So they're even looking at that. So to me, this is what a standard rotation should be doing. They have never taken this opportunity to actually reset power level with rotation. That's what Wild should be there for. You dump the stronger cards there, you adjust some stuff back and reset, start things up, and then you can build more power on top of that. Like, that's how I always thought standard rotation would work. And it looks like they're going to attempt to do that. Whether it works or not, who knows? But I'm glad they're making this effort. But of course, there is more. Powerful, neutral, legendary cards with harsh play patterns. And this is going to be huge for a lot of people like Ziliax and Bob. So Bob's just going to steal every big cool card right now. He's getting hit. Whether it's reworked or a mana change, we'll see. But him just being able to yoink any minion, and we got all these cool wild gods that if he just yoinks, I feel so bad. So I'm pitching for a complete rework of his steal ability that is something completely different, that it's like upgrade the tavern. They don't have anything to upgrade the tavern. That is very much something Bob can do for you in the battlegrounds. I would love to see that, but then that would require new assets, artwork. Who knows if they'll do that? They have before, but it's a pretty rare thing. And Ziliax is Unkiliax, right? That just negates so many strategies. All the other Ziliaxes don't see a ton of play right now, right? You can do the twin module where you like get, the copy of it. I think that's fine. It never feels that unfair. Just a shutter block, it's probably unfair, but that's more of a shutter block type of thing. But yeah, Unkiliax, something's got to change with the virus module, whether it loses poisonous, whether it loses elusive, whether it loses taunt, something's got to give. And it looks like it will, because that card has been dominant for an entire calendar year, even after like 6 nerfs. That's insane. So it's going to get hit. Again, apparently not rotated, but apparently it'll be nerfed. And then, yes, they are confirming. We talked about this last weekend. Last weekend. Raza the Resealed will be getting a major rework due to its interaction with the Priest Imbue hero power, which we don't know yet. Well, you don't. I do. We're revealing it. We have the last reveal. Me, Theo, and Tars, Team Protoss. I've seen it. I'm not going to spoil it, but I will say it absolutely requires Raza to be reworked. I'll just say that. It absolutely does, and we'll see what they do to rework Raza. Currently, basically, after every card, you can replay your hero power. They'll be reworking in some way, and this will have not a huge impact on standard, relatively non-impactful card, pretty much during the entire standard rotation. However, in Wild, it likely will completely change how Shadow Priest is right now. To cut Anduin, they might have to add Anduin back, right? To refresh that hero power, depending on what they do, right? So Wild players will be pretty annoyed by that. And it's a very, very popular deck. Not the best deck in the world. It's competitive enough, but people love that deck. So I expect to get some pushback on that one, and I understand, but they balance around standard, and that's the downside of not having like unique collections for each mode. Like, I wish Twist would have its own stats, like everything was as it was back then. That'd be awesome, but that's not in the game. It was with Classic, but everything else it's not. So you'll get a dust refund for Raza and all of that, but yeah, we don't know the rework. We'll know with the patch notes on 32.0, and of course we'll keep you up to date. We'll let you guys know all that stuff. There'll be tons of other news and things going on, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's a major update, right? And again, I'm very happy they're actually using standard rotation to attempt, and I say attempt, to dial back power level and maybe return things to more board-based battles, right? This expansion, if you look at it, way more board-based, not a ton of mana cheat, basically no burn. We're seeing like almost no burn. They took a bunch of burn out of the core set. They're really trying to promote what a lot of us have been asking for, more board-based battles, and We'll see if they can make it work. And then if they can make it work, is that what we actually want? Or are we just a bunch of whiners that complain about everything? I know I am. I'll complain about literally everything. I'll complain about this at some point, probably. I don't know. That's what I do. But regardless, yeah, that's really good to see. If you want to take a look in the patch notes below, there's a ton of battleground changes. Outside of this, there's just some bug fixes where they make Malorn look properly in the shop for the Mega Bundle. There was a visual bug where the Hunter deck recipe where decks were in the wrong order, and there were talked about this with the signature Dragon Queen Alexstrasza and Bran frames with regular art. They weren't supposed to be there. They've been removed. Anyone who got one of them will get a random wild signature card that they get. They'll get a replacement, so they'll get something else. So that's it. That's the patch notes. There's a Shaman card reveal in like an hour. We'll have a review for that, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, mass nerfs coming, just not quite yet. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.